Hey everyone, I'm SageValentine, and I'm making a promise to all of you that even though CW's The Messengers was canceled, I will continue to review each episode until the end. My reviews will pop up on Mondays, so stay tuned. But anyway, guys, welcome to my channel, and right now I'm going to review CW's The Messengers, Season 1, Episode 4, entitled The Drums of War. Alrighty. Things are not always what they seem. Sometimes when you think it's one character that is evil, is another one. And I love the way that the writing kind of left us kind of suspended, the way that the characters were, and thinking whether or not war was Senator Richards or the Prime Minister, because for a while it seemed like it was the Prime Minister. However, thanks to Vera's skepticism and the fact that she just would not take no for an answer, and for some reason she just didn't feel like it was the Prime Minister, she had this out-of-body thing again, went through the wall and heard that all the Prime Minister wants is peace for his people and for his country. Unfortunately, that left everyone with Senator Richards, who turned out not only to be in the devil's pocket, but also become war. And even though the messengers were able to stop her from succeeding in that assassination attempt on the Prime Minister, because she made the decision to take that drink of water knowing that the Prime Minister would get shot, and that was the signal that broke the seal, thus bringing out the Horsemen of War and Senator Richards. Alrighty. A few good things I liked about this episode. Let's see. We were finally able to meet Joshua's foster parents, basically. And the thing about his foster parents was that he had a family that loved him, but because he made that mistake trying to kill himself, they unfortunately had to give him up, and it did break them down. And I felt so sorry for Peter during this episode. I was about to say Joshua, but I'll get to Joshua in a minute. But Peter, all he really wants is just to belong, and he just wants to be loved. And now that he found out that his friend, I think her name is Alice, betrayed him, I mean, that was a low blow. And then to get a public defender who unfortunately turns out to be, spoiler alert, non-spoiler, but the devil, and then he tries to manipulate poor Peter by telling him, you know what, after what you did, it's going to stay with you. You know what, you should just kill yourself. And Peter was just about to kill himself during this episode, but thank God for Rose. Rose is like the linchpin for this entire group, and I cannot wait to learn more about her character, because I do believe before the end of the season we will learn more about her, because there's more to her than just being the glue that holds this group together. Like I said in a previous review, I hope that we get to meet her fiance. But when Rose was able to help Peter break out, that was an excellent scene. And I loved how she turned to the guy, I think he was speaking Chinese Mandarin, and she spoke to him and she was like, God saved you this day, or God was kind to you on this day. Then we deal with Raul and Nadia. But what Raul doesn't know is that Nadia is basically like communicating on social media, and I wonder how that's going to play a part in future episodes, because eventually somebody's going to put two and two together, realize that Nadia is Raul's niece, and trace it, and eventually they're probably going to get caught. Then you have Vera during this episode, whereas she's still skeptical about the gifts that they were all given from God. Then she feels like Joshua's probably going crazy, like she's still not believing, and I feel like something bad is going to happen to her because of that, or she will get close to finding her son only to be pulled away because of this nagging need to have an answer to everything instead of believing in what's above, like believing solely in God. Then you get to Joshua and his sister, and I was glad that we were able to see those two together this episode, because we were able to get a background on Joshua's family, especially the fact that Josh's sister was kind of excommunicated from the family because she came out as a lesbian. She's married and has a child, and the father didn't agree with it, and because Joshua did not try to defend her, that hurt her the most during this episode. And I loved how she was there to support him when he really, really needed her. And the fact that, like, he told her, like, I think these dreams are real. And his sister was like, were you using? Or are you still drunk? Such and such and such. And he told her no. And then towards the end, he realized, because he had another premonition about that bullet, because in the beginning of the episode, he sees this assassination attempt, but he doesn't really put it together until the end, because the pieces start to come together slowly. However, after talking to his sister, because he assumes in the beginning that that whole premonition was of his own death, but really was of the Prime Minister's death, and he sees himself holding the sniper bullet, and that's when he realizes what is going on. Like with my other reviews, I'm not going to go too much into this episode, other than the fact that the devil was busy, as he always is, and now apparently he has a degree in law. After watching this episode, I learned that, so now he's a lawyer, and he's now a driver, and apparently a cleanup man, because now he's going to clean up Senator Richards' mess because she killed her aide, which didn't exactly surprise me too much, considering that he was kind of mouthing off to the devil in the elevator, number one. He made a deal with the devil, and the devil always comes back for said person's soul, regardless. If he says a year, it's a year. If he says 2 days, it's 2 days. That's just how it goes. And yeah, I was pretty much laughing at that dude, unfortunately, when he got shot. I was like, because he really thought he was going to become a senator. Yeah, no, honey, you were just a pawn. And to end this review, I will say this. I think that homeless woman is God. That's all I'm going to say. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this review. I'm SageValentine. You all take care. And please continue to watch The Messengers on CW on Fridays at 9 p.m. Check your local listings if you don't live here on the East Coast. And also, don't forget to tweet. Let CW know that you love The Messengers. And yes, the show is canceled, but that does not mean it's dead in the water. And I have seen fandoms change network decisions when they have gathered together and tuned in and fought this. So if you love this show, tweet away, write your letters, get up on it. So I love you guys. You all take care. At SageValentine on Twitter and Google+. Don't forget to rate this video, leave your comments and your questions, and hit that subscribe button. Bye, guys. I love you all. Bye. Bye.